People who have stayed in a relationship after their partner cheated. How was it like after? Yes. She met a guy new to town and they talked on the low for a few days. She broke up with me after. And then she came back promising all of what I wanted in her. She abused my emotional state and proceeded to keep hooking up with other guys. When I found out, we would fight like no one's business because I couldn't walk away. She got a protection order on me and I broke it. Went to jail. Last I heard, she's single with like 5 kids. I'm much better than I was back then, but it changed my life to see how someone can be played like that. I was played like that. Never again. My advice from me to you? Run and never look back. You'll be glad you took it from me. It'll drain the character off of your back like water on an oil pan, and shit just won't mix and create nothing good. Trust me, I don't think you'd like to be humiliated, let alone keep happening eventually to your breaking point, which could lead you in prison or in jail and away from your own home. And while you can't come back to your house, she's getting doggy styled. Trust me, I tell everyone, be careful of what you chose. Not every pretty thing you see is soft and beautiful from the inside. It looks like I'm the exception. It took some time, but our relationship healed. We were married a few years and took it for granted. Neither of us put in any effort. We both learned that a long-term relationship requires effort. It was hell for a year. Fast forward 18 years, I wouldn't say it was easy, but I would say it was worth it, and I'm happy I stuck it out. But, I do think both people have to be 100% committed to doing whatever it takes to repair it. I do trust my wife completely at this point, but that took a long time. I really truly believed I would rise from it and forgive him, get over it, and come out of it stronger. It was never the same. I lost that trust and I couldn't get it back. And eventually, I stopped caring to want it back. It was a 7-year relationship. Although I don't regret it, I sometimes wish I knew to walk out sooner. But it made me realize what I really deserve, and it led me to the forever man in my life who treats me so well and loves me and honors our commitment. I was young and dumb, my first time. I would never do it again. It always felt like something was between us and it could never get back to normal. In the end, she broke up with me. At the time it was broken AF, but now I am glad it ended. Also, I am not proud, but she used me to cheat on her BF after me. Still sorry for this dude, but when they cheat once, they will probably do it again. Lots of fights, sleepless nights, crying, etc. But also a lot of communication, doing things better. Great lows but also great highs. You gotta move forward, you gotta face it, and you can face it alone or together and be better. In December it's 1 year ago. It will never be the same though. 7 almost 8-year relationship. We are in our mid-20s. She cheated on me online. I was never sure she was cheating, but if she wasn't, then there was a particular person with whom she was not yet cheating. Honestly, we went to being roommates who fuck. Life got simpler, and we slowly got used to the idea of separation and divorce. In retrospect, I think she was ashamed, and that drove a lot of her anger, but people are people. Even people you think are special. It sucked. First of all, you never get the complete story. The reason for cheating I don't know. Meanwhile, you descend into depression from which you're supposed to get yourself out. Then you see her displaying alarming behavior, but you just can't fight it anymore. Then she wants a divorce because you let her down. And now I can't trust anyone or move on. The wounds heal in the sense that eventually you won't feel constantly nauseous and depressed and anxious anymore, but the resentment never goes away. And you never respect them like you did, and it's never the same. And they always do it again. Don't stay. It's a waste of time. It was pointless. I was trying to forgive something that doesn't need forgiving. It is a slave to its bodily urges. I tried to convince myself it was human. Was unable. She's the 3rd incarnation of it in my life. It will learn one day. I wish I had the strength at the time to be the one to leave. I begged her to stay. She did for a while. She left eventually. If I could do it over, I'd have ended it the second she stepped out. I was dumb and weak. That's my regret. I think it's bound to end after cheating. Having 100 trust is different to 99 trust. That one will keep you up at night and make you start looking at things that you've never looked or worried about before. It wasn't a good time. They didn't seem to give a shit or even remotely be the person I thought I knew and trusted. Stayed in it for a bit, but ended up cheating on him after a few months. Safe to say it was an ugly breakup. It was hard to trust. But it will get better in the long run. However, there will still be trust issues. He cheated more blatantly the next time and demonized me for being fed up. Not worth it. It was like sliding around in a kiddie pool of slugs and ooze for years on end. Apart from being stabbed twice and getting a broken nose, it was great. The trust is gone, even though sometimes you think it's still there.